Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to upgrade our stock head unit to this one. Come on, let's begin. Alright, so we'll be upgrading our head unit on the Tacoma to the 14.6 inch C12 Android head unit from CartrimHome. So if you want to purchase this, I'll put the link in the description below. You can also use my discount code FG7P to save 7% off your purchase. So to begin, again, this is 14.6 inches. On the screen, it's very wide. I like it. Yep, I love it. It will make the Tacoma look modern, basically. All right, so yeah, it's gonna be a great upgrade. This particular model, this one has the 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gig of internal storage. Also, this one has a 1080p screen on it, which gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice in there. Once we installed it, definitely it will make the Tacoma look better. It's gonna update the inside of the Tacoma for sure. So yeah, so basically that's the basic specs on it. So again, it has a built-in wireless CarPlay on it. So if you want to get wired CarPlay, you need to purchase the dongle, all right? That's sold separately if you want to have the wired CarPlay. Again, wireless CarPlay on this Android head units, they're quick. I'm using it on my 4Runner and I don't have any issues on it. So it is nice, all right? All right, so basically what you get in the box will be the actual head unit, all right? So you'll get this mounting bracket in here, which is nice and solid. They'll give you some screws, mounting screws. My package includes two of the harnesses. One is used for the 2019 and up, and the other one is 2005 to 2018. All right, so, and don't forget to install the CAN bus. So don't forget to install this, and you'll have to install this on one of this. Okay, on our case, we're gonna be installing it on our 2018 Tacoma. So we'll be using this guy in here, okay? And also, there will be some USB cable in here. This is an adapter to make your factory USB port works. It depends which year, on which one to use, all right? So this one came on the 2005 to 2018 package, and this one on the 2019 and up package. All right, so we got this speaker out in here. So we got two. I'm not sure why I got two. And we got this RCA cable in here where you can adapt your external mic. Basically some other RCAs. Your SIM card tray will be here. If you want to install an extra camera, like a front camera, you can install it. Have this. You have the option to use this. There's another cable in here. I believe this is for the reverse camera cable. Okay, and if you're using a third-party camera and not your factory camera, you can use this 12 volts to get power on your camera. This is a nice one. So it has some antenna in here, IR, and other stuff. So it has, they're labeled, so camera power. So I'm not sure what this is for, but yeah, there you go. So you have a one USB, a single USB, a dual USB, and you get a GPS antenna and a cellular antenna. Okay, they also give you the pry tool. And here in the back of this one, this is huge and it's nice. So as you can see here in the back, That's our head unit there. What's behind it? So we have the ports, we have the power, we have optical out, we have coaxial, and we actually have a fan in here. So there's an actual fan inside. I can see the heatsink also. So this is gonna be nice. So there's your antenna and the port. So you can see here, there's a USB Type-C in here. And this is used for display out. And it's gonna be nice for those who wants to install a rear display in their vehicle. So this is a nice progress with this Android head unit. Again, personally, I'm using Android head unit on my RAV4 and also in my 4Runner. So in the 4Runner, it will be nice if they'll have that USB Type-C. Yep. So again, let's begin on plugging in the cable first. Okay, we're gonna plug in here in the back. Basically, just match them what goes in. All right. So let's begin. Okay, so let's begin installing the cables in here. So let's see which one fits. So this is a 8-pin, and let's see if there's any other 8-pin. Nope. So goes there. This is a 10-pin. This is for the reverse camera. And that will be the USB, the dual USB. Okay, and just make sure that you hear the click when you are installing this to make sure that they clipped in properly. Now there will be a 4-pin in here, and this will be our USB adapter. So if you want to use your factory USB port, you use this. If you don't want, you can plug in the single out USB. All right, we have a larger pin in here. I think this is like 20-pin adapter, and this is where the RCA goes, the bunch of the RCAs. All right, so just need to plug that in here. Just make sure when you plug this in, you plug in straight down to avoid any broken pins or bent pins. All right, so that is plugged in. Next will be, I don't know what goes there, so let's check what we have. So what we have left here is this one. So the whole bunch, basically, if you check this end, this is where we plugged in our CAN bus. All right, let's plug this in before we forget. And I'm checking what else we need to plug in. I think we leave this blank. Okay, I believe so. Yeah, I don't see anything else that we can plug in on that particular slot. Okay, so now what's left is this black plug, which will be this one. Okay, so all we need to do is plug this in. There you go. So everything is plugged in here. So now we have our radio antenna wire. So if you want, you can plug that now to get it out of the way. Okay, so we're just gonna plug that in here. Okay, so we just need to do some cable management in here. So I'll put the radio antenna in here. Okay, and then our cellular antenna, just remove the 4G plug in here, and then our GPS antenna will be plugged in also. So for this, I will put the GPS probably later. I'll check where I can mount it. One thing I like about this is they included all of the clips, the red ones, so we don't have to transfer the one from the factory radio. Actually, I'm gonna put the GPS antenna now. Alright, so if you want to tighten this with the tool, it's an 8mm wrench that you can use. So just gonna leave that in there. So basically, we have this cable left. Basically, we're not gonna be using all of those. So what's next will be removing the factory radio. Alright, so let's jump into the car. Alright, so to remove this, you only need to pull out the main bezel in here. Very easy to remove. There you go. Just unclip this. Alright, so we're gonna need a 10mm socket on this one. So there will be 4 screws in here that we need to remove. So let's do that. Alright, so now all of the bolts are out. We just need to pull this carefully, and we just need to unplug all of the harnesses here in the back. Alright, so just unplug that and we'll go from there. Be right back. Alright, so for the bracket, as you can see, there's a hole here. Alright, this second hole here, the smaller one, and it can go to this pin to align it, and all you have to do is align it that way, and we can actually bolt it using our factory bolts. All right, and if you can see here, the bracket, the mounting bracket for the aftermarket one, for the Android C12 head unit, we can bolt it up in there. All right, so let me get the bolts and we're gonna start hooking this up. All right, so there you have it. It is in there. So next thing we're gonna do is basically doing the wiring. So let me get something to put on the head unit in here, because it's a little heavy and we don't want it to get scratched up or anything like that, and we can hook the wires. All right, so now let's begin on hooking up the cables. Now we're gonna hook up our USB. This is the factory USB. So as you can see here, we're just gonna match them together. There you go. Now let's see the rest of the cable. We have a bunch of harness in here that are just sitting here in the back. Again, some of this cable won't be used, especially the XM won't be used, and the factory GPS. Okay, so this is our antenna, radio antenna. So you just need to match that. There you go. And then this one, let's grab this other stuff in here. So you just need to match all of this stuff in here. All right, so you get the point. Basically match the plugs to the one in here. All right, also the reverse camera, don't forget about the reverse camera. For some reason on this one, there's 2 of them. Okay, there's 2 of them, and I would assume that I'll be using this other one that has a bigger plug, where it's connected to this bigger plug, because on the 4Runner That's how it is. We use the bigger plug to connect our reverse camera. So let's connect that to the reverse camera harness, which will be this one in here, this one. So let's join those together. Okay, we need to connect some of this radio stuff in here. So the aux in R and the aux in L, we need to connect this to the RCA. I believe we can connect this here. So match the red together and the white. Okay, so just match those two. So now the rest of the harness, basically just match this together. So this to this one, I believe. And make sure you hear the click. There you go. All right, and lastly, need to connect this wire from the RCA to this white one. Just connect those two together. Make sure you hear the click. Okay, and that's it. All right, so before I forget, so because I'm finalizing the install, so with this one, we have to access this 2-axis cover in here so that we can screw this one out to the mounting bracket that we just installed. Okay, and we're gonna be using the short screws that they provided. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna need to use the pry tool, the plastic pry tool that they provided, so to pry this out. All right, make sure that you keep them on a safe place, like your cup holder, and don't lose them. All right, so now from here, you just need to mount it in place. So just press it on the side. Don't press on the screen, press on the sides, okay, to avoid any damage on the screen. Okay, so now we're gonna screw it in the back. All right, so once you secure both screws here in the back, don't forget to put back the covers that we remove. So make sure you have this back in there just to make it a clean look in there. So all right, so basically we're gonna finish this one up and then we're gonna do some testing. All right, so let's boot it up right now, and there you go. So this will be the initial boot up, and now we're going to check it out. This is a nice screen. I love it. It's huge. It's 14.6 inches. It's awesome. So now that's a quick boot up. I would just say it's a very quick boot up, right? Yeah. So let's test if we have audio. So let's just, usually they have, so they have built-in song, so I'm not really gonna play that. So we have audio, which is good. Let's check our steering wheel control. Steering wheel control works. So volume up and down works. Skip. Well, we're not playing anything. We're going to skip. There you go. Okay, so it works. So I'm not going to play that. So, yep. So let's just close that music app. Again, the volume is nice. We're gonna test the reverse. We're gonna test the reverse. If it works, reverse actually works. That is awesome. Okay, so It's nice. Okay, so we have a bigger screen compared to the factory one. That's a small one. So yeah, so this is awesome. So yeah, so this one works out of the box. Don't have issues on it out of the box. It works, meaning basically we wired it correctly, right? So we have YouTube. So that's one thing. Okay, so we're connected to our Wi-Fi now. So let's go to YouTube and let's try to play some videos, music, whatever. Let's go to Stream Beats and let's play some random music. And let's see. Skip the ads and now let's listen. The audio on this one, it is better than the stock one for sure. I can say, I can hear it, that it has an improved audio from the speakers right now. Yeah, this is volume 10 and it's loud now. That's nice. I'm gonna pause it and play with the equalizer on this one. So let's go back to settings. Oh, settings will be here. All right. And now let's just switch it because on the Forerunner, I'm using rock as a preset. And this one works well for me and it's nice. So also just to talk about the equalizer in here, it has DTS, which you can play, set it to music, cinema, or mono. So basically this one, once you press that, it means it's closed. But yeah, so with the DTS, it's gonna sound awesome. So again, has 4.1 or 5.1. So it is set up to 4.1 right now. So again, I'm not sure really if it makes any difference. We'll see later. So but for now, let's play it with the equalizer on rock, DTS on, and we're gonna go back to YouTube. Yeah, the bass actually, it's better when it's on rock. So let's go back to, and let's set the DTS off. And we'll see if there's any difference. Yes, there is difference on it. Bass got a little softer. In general, basically the audio got softer. But yeah, I'll leave it on because on my other head unit that has the DTS, which will be the Saita on the RAV4, I got the DTS on that one, and that one sounds good also. But then I added the Beat Sonic, the 2T3 power damp, and that one is basically a lot better. So yeah, so we're gonna leave this on into rock. Okay, and yeah, so there you go. It sounds better, definitely better. So now let's connect this one out to our CarPlay. Let's exit this one. For CarPlay, we need to go to CarLink 2.0. But first, we need to connect it via Bluetooth. And for this, you need to go here. The name of the device is SYU-Android. All right, so now we're gonna try to connect to CarPlay. So on CarPlay, it is the CarLink kit or the CarLink 2.0. So for this, let's connect to Bluetooth first. And then we have to go to devices and search. And we should search our phone. In this case, my phone is named Forge Garage. And let's try to connect that. And now it's trying to link. And if you want to, now it's showing pair. Once I click that, I'll click pair. I'll click allow. Okay, and it's gonna be pairing requests. Okay, and if you saw there, it says completed. Now it shows CarPlay, connect to CarPlay. Let's use yes on that one. So now it should connect to CarPlay. Let's go back to the car link 2.0. And for this, make sure, I always make sure though that when I go to settings, the automatic connection is on. All right, so now it load up CarPlay that quick, right? So that's like real time while I'm recording. It is like connecting, so no cut on that one. So yeah, so this is nice. I like it. So this is bigger than the one on my 4Runner. So yeah, so this one is awesome. Now let's play some music through the CarPlay and let's see what we can hear in here. All right. Yeah, this is my usual listening volume is 8. Nice. I love it. I love it. The difference on this one, it's night and day really. On listening, the bass on my speakers right now, they sound great. Yep. They really sound great. So let me pause that. And so if you want to go back to the main Android system, just hit back and it will exit out here. This one, basically this is like, it will show your speed, and this one you can change. You can change the color, you can change the license plate by tapping this, and you can change it. Okay, so if you want to change it, you can change it. The car itself, you can actually change the color of the car. So there you go. So you can select the model, you can change it. So a Cybertruck Tundra, or well, you have a Tacoma. So that's the Tacoma that we're gonna put in there. Basically, it's a white Tacoma, so we're gonna put white. So yeah. So this one, yeah. So if you want to set this one up, you can set that one up. I'll leave them off. But overall on this one, this is a nice upgrade. On this Tacoma, it is a nice upgrade. Definitely, it makes the interior of the Tacoma modern. So it's not outdated, basically. So it's nice. So you can have YouTube. Basically, don't drive while watching. So again, it's up to you. It's your call. It's for your safety. So you can download Netflix if you want to download Netflix. Any other apps you can download once you log into your Play Store. Definitely, this will be a nice upgrade on your Tacoma. So if you want to purchase this, I'll put the link in the description. You can use my discount code FG7P to save 7% off your purchase. Again, this is a nice one. I've been using Android Headunit years now. So since 2017, I've been using an Android Headunit, and they work great for me, okay? And it come a long way already with this Headunit. Yeah, the software, the hardware that they use, it's awesome. So again, this one, out of the box, it works. I don't have to program anything. So the steering wheel control works well. So yeah, so again, if you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.